Have you ever woken up feeling that familiar throbbing in your temples? Or notice how your heart seems to race before you've even had your first cup of coffee? You're not alone. Millions of Americans start their day unknowingly engaging in habits that send their blood pressure soaring to dangerous levels. I've spent the last 15 years helping patients regain control of their cardiovascular health, and I've discovered something alarming. What you do in those first crucial hours after waking could be silently damaging your blood vessels and dramatically increasing your risk of stroke or heart attack. High blood pressure isn't just a condition affecting some distant population. It's a reality for nearly half of all American adults. That's right. According to the latest data from the CDC, approximately 119.9 million adults in the United States are living with hypertension. Even more concerning, in 2023 alone, high blood pressure was either the primary cause or a significant contributing factor in over 664,000 deaths nationwide. What makes these statistics truly heartbreaking is that many of these deaths could have been prevented with proper awareness and simple lifestyle adjustments, particularly during those critical morning hours when your cardiovascular system is most vulnerable. You see, your blood pressure naturally follows a daily pattern, with a significant rise occurring in the early morning hours just as you're waking up. This phenomenon, known as the morning surge, is a normal part of your body's circadian rhythm. As you transition from sleep to wakefulness, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, preparing you for the day ahead. For most people, this increase is moderate and harmless. But for those with underlying hypertension or certain morning habits, this surge can become dangerously exaggerated, creating the perfect storm for a cardiovascular emergency. Medical research has revealed a disturbing connection. Heart attacks and strokes occur most frequently during those early morning hours, precisely when blood pressure tends to spike. This isn't just coincidence. It's your body sending desperate warning signals that too many of us have been trained to ignore. Those headaches, that dizziness, that feeling of pressure in your chest, these aren't just inconvenient symptoms to push through with another cup of coffee. They're critical alerts that your cardiovascular system is under severe stress.
For years, doctors have been giving the same generic advice. Take your medication, cut back on salt, lose some weight. But what they rarely discuss are the specific morning triggers that could be sending your blood pressure to dangerous levels before you've even left your house. The truth is, the conventional wisdom about managing hypertension often overlooks the crucial timing element of blood pressure control. The habits you engage in during those first waking hours can either set you up for a day of stable, healthy blood pressure or create dangerous peaks that strain your entire cardiovascular system. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 most dangerous morning habits that could be dramatically elevating your blood pressure and putting you at immediate risk for a stroke or heart attack. More importantly, I'll reveal the simple alternatives that have helped hundreds of my patients reduce their morning blood pressure readings by as much as 15 points without adding more medications or suffering through restrictive diets. These are practical, science-backed strategies that address the root causes of morning hypertension, not just the symptoms. Imagine waking up each morning feeling refreshed and energized, checking your blood pressure monitor and seeing healthy, stable numbers day after day. Picture being able to play with your grandchildren without constantly monitoring yourself for warning signs, or enjoying retirement without the constant fear of a medical emergency looming over you. This isn't just a fantasy, it's the reality that awaits when you understand and address the true causes of morning hypertension. Before we continue, I'd love to know if you or someone in your family struggles with high blood pressure. Leave a comment below sharing your experience or any questions you might have about managing your blood pressure. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos on natural approaches to cardiovascular health. Now, let's dive into the first and perhaps most dangerous morning habit that could be sending your blood pressure soaring and putting you at immediate risk for a stroke or heart attack: hitting the snooze button. It seems innocent enough, doesn't it? Those extra few minutes of sleep feel like a luxury you deserve. But research shows that fragmented sleep, especially in those early morning hours, can trigger a surge in stress hormones that dramatically elevates your blood pressure. Each time your alarm goes off, your body experiences a mini fight or flight response, flooding your system with adrenaline and cortisol. When you drift back to sleep and then experience another alarm, you're essentially giving your cardiovascular system multiple stress tests before you've even gotten out of bed. Instead of hitting snooze, try setting your alarm for the actual time you need to wake up and place it across the room. This forces you to get up on the first alarm, avoiding those harmful stress hormone spikes. Many of my patients have found that this simple change reduced their morning blood pressure readings by 5 to 7 points within just a week. Your body thrives on consistency, and a regular sleep-wake schedule helps regulate your circadian rhythm, leading to more stable blood pressure throughout the day. The second morning habit wreaking havoc on your cardiovascular system is reaching for your phone or checking email first thing after waking. The blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production, disrupting your sleep-wake cycle, while the constant stream of information, especially work emails or troubling news headlines, immediately activates your sympathetic nervous system, raising both heart rate and blood pressure. Studies have shown that checking social media or news within the first hour of waking can elevate systolic blood pressure by an average of 8 to 10 points. Instead, establish a morning ritual that eases your body into the day. Keep your phone in another room overnight and invest in a traditional alarm clock. When you wake, take 5 minutes for deep breathing exercises. Simply inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6 can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, naturally lowering blood pressure. Many of my patients have incorporated meditation or gentle stretching into their morning routines and report feeling not only calmer, but also experiencing more stable blood pressure readings throughout the day. The third dangerous morning habit is rushing through your morning routine. That frantic energy of running late, hurrying to get dressed, skipping breakfast, and racing out the door creates the perfect physiological environment for a blood pressure spike. Your body interprets this rush as a threat, triggering that same fight or flight response that floods your system with stress hormones. The physical activity combined with emotional stress can cause dramatic increases in blood pressure, precisely when your cardiovascular system is already vulnerable from the natural morning surge. The solution here is simple, but requires commitment. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than you think you need to. This extra time creates a buffer that allows for a calm, unhurried morning routine. Prepare as much as possible the night before. Lay out your clothes, pack your lunch, and organize what you'll need for the day. My patients who've implemented this strategy often report feeling not just physically better with more stable blood pressure, but also experiencing improved mental clarity and emotional resilience throughout their day.
I want to take a moment to ask something important. When was the last time someone really listened to your concerns about high blood pressure? Not just the numbers from your test, but how you feel living with this condition day after day. Many people tell me privately how isolated they feel, like no one truly understands the constant weight they carry, that silent fear that accompanies every heartbeat. If you identify with this, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments below. You might share something like, "I've struggled with hypertension for X years, and what troubles me most is your biggest concern." Sharing your story not only helps me create more relevant content for you, but also shows others watching that they're not alone in this battle. Sometimes, knowing someone else is going through the same situation brings tremendous relief. And perhaps your experience might be exactly what someone needed to read today to find hope. Now, let's continue our conversation about how we can transform this reality together. The fourth morning habit that could be dangerously elevating your blood pressure is your coffee ritual, or more specifically, how and when you consume caffeine. That immediate cup of strong coffee on an empty stomach creates a double surge effect.
Your body is already experiencing its natural morning increase in blood pressure. And adding caffeine, a powerful stimulant, can push those numbers into dangerous territory. Studies show that caffeine consumption can raise systolic pressure by 8 to 10 mmHg and diastolic pressure by 4 to 6 mmHg, with effects peaking 30 to 120 minutes after consumption, precisely during your morning commute or first hours at work. I'm not suggesting you give up your beloved coffee entirely. I know how essential that morning cup can be. Instead, make 3 simple adjustments. First, hydrate before caffeinating. Drink a full glass of water when you first wake up, ideally with a squeeze of lemon, which contains compounds that support blood vessel health. Second, eat something small before your coffee. Even a few bites of a banana or a piece of whole grain toast can buffer caffeine's effects on your cardiovascular system. Third, consider delaying your coffee until at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking, when your body's natural cortisol production has started to decline. Many of my patients who've implemented these changes report more stable energy throughout the day and significant improvements in their morning blood pressure readings. The fifth and perhaps most insidious morning habit affecting your blood pressure is what you're not doing: taking your blood pressure medication properly. Many hypertension medications are designed with specific timing in mind, yet studies show that nearly 40% of patients don't take their medicine as prescribed, either forgetting doses or taking them at inconsistent times. This creates dangerous gaps in coverage, particularly during those vulnerable morning hours when your cardiovascular system needs the most support.
If you're on blood pressure medication, discuss with your doctor whether a chronotherapy approach might be beneficial. This emerging field looks at timing medications to align with your body's natural rhythms for maximum effectiveness. Some patients benefit from taking certain blood pressure medications in the evening rather than the morning, providing better coverage during that critical morning surge period. Regardless of timing, consistency is key. Use a pill organizer, set alarms, or link your medication to another unmissable part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth. Beyond these 5 morning habits, there's another crucial factor that influences how your body handles that morning blood pressure surge: your overall nutritional status. The food choices you make today don't just affect your blood pressure tomorrow, they create the physiological environment that determines how your cardiovascular system responds to stress over time. The standard American diet, high in processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and sodium, creates the perfect storm for hypertension by promoting inflammation, arterial stiffness, and fluid retention. The most effective dietary approach for managing hypertension is the DASH diet, Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, which emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy, while limiting sodium, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. This eating pattern provides crucial nutrients that support blood vessel health and natural blood pressure regulation: potassium, magnesium, calcium, and fiber. Potassium deserves special attention when it comes to blood pressure management. This mineral works in balance with sodium to regulate fluid balance and blood vessel tension. Foods rich in potassium include bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and white beans. Just adding 2 potassium-rich foods to your daily diet can significantly improve your body's ability to handle that morning blood pressure surge. Magnesium is another mineral superstar for cardiovascular health, helping to relax blood vessels and regulate heart rhythm. Dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and dark chocolate are excellent sources. Many of my patients have found that simply adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to their breakfast or enjoying a square of dark chocolate in the evening measurably improved their morning blood pressure readings. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds, help reduce inflammation and promote arterial flexibility.
Including omega-3 rich foods in your diet at least 3 times a week can help your blood vessels better accommodate that morning surge without dangerous pressure increases. Hydration status also plays a crucial role in blood pressure regulation. Many people wake up naturally dehydrated after a night of sleep, which concentrates the blood and can contribute to higher morning readings. Making a habit of drinking a full glass of water before bed and another immediately upon waking can make a significant difference in your morning numbers.
For some patients, intermittent fasting has proven beneficial for blood pressure management. This approach, which typically involves restricting eating to an 8 to 10-hour window each day, has been shown to reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and promote healthy blood pressure. However, this approach isn't right for everyone, particularly those with certain medical conditions or who are taking specific medications. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your eating pattern. The gut microbiome, those trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, also influences blood pressure regulation. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi support a healthy gut bacteria balance, which in turn can help modulate blood pressure. Including small servings of these probiotic-rich foods regularly has helped many of my patients improve not just their cardiovascular health, but their overall well-being. While diet plays a central role in blood pressure management, physical activity is equally important. Morning exercise, when done correctly, can actually help regulate your blood pressure throughout the day. The key is to start gently. Aggressive, high-intensity workouts first thing in the morning can temporarily spike blood pressure. Instead, begin with light stretching, gentle yoga, or a slow walk, gradually increasing intensity as your body warms up. This approach helps your cardiovascular system adapt to the day's activities without dangerous pressure surges. Stress management techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or simply sitting quietly for a few minutes each morning can significantly impact your blood pressure. These practices activate your parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes called the rest and digest system, which naturally lowers blood pressure and heart rate. Even 5 minutes of conscious breathing each morning can create measurable improvements in your cardiovascular metrics. Quality sleep is another cornerstone of healthy blood pressure. Poor sleep activates stress pathways, increases inflammation, and disrupts hormonal balance, all factors that contribute to morning hypertension. Creating a consistent sleep schedule, limiting screen time before bed, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and addressing sleep disorders like sleep apnea can dramatically improve both sleep quality and morning blood pressure readings. Medication timing and adherence remain crucial for those whose hypertension requires pharmaceutical support. Work closely with your healthcare provider to find the optimal medication regimen for your specific situation. Remember that medications work best when combined with the lifestyle approaches we've discussed. They're partners in your health journey, not the entire solution. Regular home blood pressure monitoring provides invaluable feedback on how these various strategies are working for you. Take readings at the same time each day, ideally first thing in the morning, after emptying your bladder but before taking medications or eating, and again in the evening. Keep a log of your readings along with notes about sleep quality, stress levels, and any changes to diet or activity. This information helps you and your healthcare provider identify patterns and refine your approach.
For those with resistant hypertension, high blood pressure that remains uncontrolled despite multiple medications, don't lose hope. Specialized approaches, including referral to hypertension specialists, evaluation for secondary causes, and newer treatment modalities like renal denervation may provide solutions. The key is persistent partnership with healthcare providers who take your condition seriously and are committed to finding effective strategies. It's important to recognize that blood pressure management isn't just about avoiding negative outcomes like heart attack and stroke. It's about creating the physiological foundation for a vibrant, energetic life. When your cardiovascular system functions optimally, every aspect of your health benefits, from cognitive function and mood to physical stamina and immune response. The strategies we've discussed don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. If you've made it this far, you probably understand how challenging it can be to live with uncontrolled blood pressure, the constant worry, the medication side effects, the lifestyle restrictions that seem to steal some of the joy from everyday life.
I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. Our channel was created specifically to build a supportive community for people like you, seeking natural and effective approaches to cardiovascular health. Each week we share new discoveries, simple recipes that support healthy blood pressure, and answer questions that doctors often don't have time to explain during brief appointments. If today's content resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the channel and activating notifications. This way, we can walk together on this health journey, taking one step at a time, without rushing, but with the consistency your heart deserves. I don't promise miracles, but I do guarantee honest information based on serious research and the experience of those who have achieved real results. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you in the next video, where we'll continue our conversation about living better even with hypertension. Your heart appreciates every small act of care you dedicated to it today. Remember, that morning surge in blood pressure doesn't have to be a threat. With the right habits and supports in place, your body can handle this natural transition smoothly, setting you up for stable, healthy blood pressure readings throughout the day. Small, consistent changes yield powerful results when it comes to cardiovascular health. Start with just one of the strategies we've discussed today. Master it, and then add another. Your future self and your blood pressure readings will thank you.